So
all good stuff. Are you saying that Croatia won?
Just going to bring you over to some important England fans there, but there you go.
Yeah.
Croatia won. Croatia did win this thing. They did.
How dare they?
They beat Morocco 2-1, and it was done in interestingly, it was within standard time, within regulation time, and not going through a draw into an expanded time, into overtime, into penalties. Croatia are pretty good at penalties. They like penalties. They tend to win on penalties.
So are you saying that they find a way to maneuver the game into a penalty situation and then they win on penalties? How do they do that?
Well, they're just very good at doing that kind of thing.
I don't believe so. I believe there must be some trickery to this. Trickery.
I mean, why are France and Argentina in the World Cup final? Why is that?
Because they're better teams.
You ask yourself that question?
Yes, they're better teams.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, we'll find out.
Well, we're going to find out which one is better of the two.
Even today there were the odd few referee calls. The referee had not adjudicated a match in a month. So why bring him to something that's not the second placed or the third and fourth places in the world? Why would you bring somebody in? Is it not be bothered, or is that the only impartial ref that they could find? Going to bring you back some. These are fans.
I'm going to go with the second choice, that he was the only impartial ref that they could find.
Really? The only one?
The only one. Yes, I mean, we're talking about Switzerland. There's nobody who can be held responsible for anything that people does.
No one's ever responsible, except for these lads. These lads are responsible. These lads are responsible. They did not get arrested. They did not, and that's good.
Yeah, but we're talking about that's in what is that? Qatar. That's in Qatar. I said Switzerland. There's a big difference. You could be held accountable in Qatar.
The only people in Switzerland, they're the people that make it all happen.
Right. There's no accountability in Switzerland at all. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and you're accountable to nobody.
You are free from overview. Interpol. No.
Interpol, FBI.
No.
Nothing.
Anyway, what did you call me for today? What was this big day? What's the big day?
Today, Saturday.
Saturday is a big day. Tomorrow's a bigger day than Saturday.
Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Well, actually, I called to get your preview on the France-Argentina game. You, of course, know that I'm a staunch France fan.
Well, we can leave that there, can't we? Morocco probably didn't like being having the French interaction.
The Moroccans, they were actually very insulted when the France took their France back. France.
They were insulted. Moroccans were insulted.
They wanted to be made French citizens.
Yeah, I can see how that would work.
For life.
Anyway, so what are you predicting right now?
They wanted to be made French citizens in perpetuity.
Oh, I see. Here's an interesting thing tomorrow. Lionel Messi, it'll be his last game. Today we saw Luka Modric, his last game. We're going through these people who are like 32 to 35 years old who can't make it to another one of these things. Or they're not.
Why is there age cutoff of something?
Well, they're old, so they don't run as fast. I mean, Messi has this particular thing on the field where he walks around an awful lot, but he's always there in the right spot when he needs to be. So he tends to be able, and when he does,
are we talking about the guy who never comes back and plays any defense? That guy who's always on the right side over there? Yeah, I've seen him. He walks around a lot.
That's Messi. But when he runs up against people, he's quite powerful. He's so He's got a lot of things. If he scores tomorrow, and it's interesting because if he scores tomorrow, then you have him probably getting the golden boot. You know, he can score most goals in this tournament. So
I know there's no way that Messi is going to outscore Mbappe,
why not?
because Mbappe's got the golden foot.
No, they're both even. They're both even. I think Messi has more assists than I don't know if they go to assists, and that means I assisted somebody over here to get the ball in. But I mean, I don't know if that counts. But they're equal. They're equal on games played. They're equal. I think they're 5 goals each. They played 6 games each.
Wait a minute, 5 goals each? I mean, there's got to be some trickeration going in there. Trickeration, somewhere in there.
Well, we can have a look at that today. So I didn't check on that, but if you count how many people have got goals throughout the tournament, if one of them scores tomorrow, then if one of them scores more than the other one, then they'll get the golden boot probably. But it remains to be seen.
The golden boot, is that going to be like a statue or something?
It is. It's a big old statue made out of gold or something like it. And you know what? Messi has won a lot of trophies in his life. He's won,
but he's never got a golden boot.
He's got golden boots for different things, but I think the only one he's missing is the World Cup. He hasn't won a World Cup. I think he came in and maybe Argentina. Well, yeah, he was his hero or whatever was Maradona, and Maradona's the fist of Maradona. He beat England famously by knocking a ball in the net with his hand. So another questionable referee there. Oh, but we're not going back there.
You do know that Messi's going up against a country that's known for their courage and their stamina and their endurance.
Their courage.
These guys. Yes, the French will fight to the bitter end. There's no quit in a Frenchman at all. That they will stand against hordes and overwhelming odds to defend and win at all costs.
Yeah, they usually do that with a white flag, but yeah.
I just thought that maybe you didn't know that.
No, I remember a big battle with them in Agincourt, but that's time's gone by. So now
you're talking about a Shakespearean play. Nobody knows if that's really real.
Oh, well, Henry won, and the English longbow came into play, and few people beat many people. So with football, you get the same amount of people on each team, so it's not quite the same thing. You don't need to outsmart anyone with few people over more people, but I think
you need to outkick them. Just need to outkick them, like with the golden boot.
One of their team players, their French team players, could have come back in tomorrow, Benzema, but he said he doesn't care. And as with
That's
many,
so unusual.
Hmm?
That's so unusual for a Frenchman.
A Frenchman who doesn't care.
Yeah, who ever heard of such?
I don't know. He's probably out shopping. I don't know what he's doing. Many people in Florida don't care, do they? Because they're going out boating. They're boating. They're sailing.
Those are friends of ours, and bite your tongue, darn it. Very good friends of ours. If they want to go out boating instead of watching the World Cup with their best friends and their bosom buddies, and the people who really care about them, hey, what can we say?
Well, that brings you to the point. Does anyone care about Argentina, and does anyone care about France?
Well, France has legions of people that care about them all around the world. You remember the French Foreign Legion? They went
Indeed.
Yeah, they went from here to there and there to here and all the way back and forth again.
They did.
Yes, they did.
Bring you back to this one more time because I think it's very important. See that?
Very important. What is that?
I believe that bloke in the red shirt who's throwing his fist out there might very well be the bloke who's right behind me here. Do you think so?
No.
Him? Does that look like him?
Who is that guy?
You know, you see him, and you see him again. Look at his wristwatch. Is that the same wristwatch? I don't know.
He's got the same wristwatch.
Is it? Is it? I don't know.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I don't know if he
Anyway, it'll be a good old game tomorrow. I'm sure, full of all sorts of aggression and probably
aggression.
Yeah, I think so. They're a fiercely competitive South American team. I would think that the French will want to get out and beat them. So we shall see how it all goes.
The French are known for their valor.
Yeah, well, I'll just skip over that one. So so the main thing is that Messi has to. This is his only chance to get what he is missing, which is a World Cup winners medal, and you know what? He's not going to get another chance at it. So
no, he's not.
That's his little story. That's the story that he'll be trying and trying and trying. So I think that it's going to be quite dirty out there on the field. So
quite dirty out there on the field.
I think so. The Messi's kind of a little guy. I mean, they've got some big players on the French side. You got Giroud.
You can push him around and beat him into the ground. I mean, but let's face it. Now, you are a Great Britain. You are British. You are British, and we know this. And we know that you're trying your best to be impartial when it comes to France. And it's taken a lot of you to do this. And you're a bigger man than most people think because, the English and the French, they have history. But you, and even though I've been egging you on, have remained impartial throughout this whole conversation of 12, 13, 15 minutes.
I would think, that the French, they've got this thing, I think not since 1962 or whatever it is, have the defending world champions come back and won again. So that's a big thing for them to do. That's their pressure. The pressure is on for them to do that. The pressure for Argentina is, well, we haven't been here for a very long time, 86. So, they've been beaten by the Netherlands before, but they haven't been in this position for a very long time. Messi was brought in I think in 2010 for his World Cup debut. Maradona was his coach there. He was the guy that had taken them to the World Cup in '86. He was the great Maradona, the one that they all look up to.
Great Maradona. Diego
Maradona. So
Diego Maradona.
A lot of pressure back in 2010, but now the pressure is for Messi. If you do it now or never do it, are you the greatest footballer in the world? And do they say that you're greater than Maradona, you're greater than Pele, you're greater than Ronaldo?
He's not greater than them. And
all the people that they might want to bring out, put together, and say, "Are you perhaps the greatest?" That's the thing. His legacy. So if he doesn't win tomorrow, he's screwed. That's it. It's the end of it. So was he the greatest?
Not really. I mean, in some countries, when you don't win at the World Cup, you get shot when you go home.
Well, that's rightfully so. So I've had a little thing that was on.
He does not have to worry about if he does not win tomorrow. He can still go home and safely live in Argentina without any repercussions. So,
I know you don't do any of the stuff on what's it called, Instagram, but this is.
Everyone, please say hello.
Oh, my TV.
I'm just going to put this on again because I really should.
I'm so sorry.
This is Harry Kane.
Special group of people. Everyone, please say hello.
Oh, my TV. Oh, Harry Kane.
These are all the famous people who have blown it for England over time and been thrown out of the World Cup.
Harry's one of those people. Yeah.
So now Harry Kane is the latest person that everybody in the country hates. So there you go.
Well, Harry just couldn't get it done. He couldn't get it in.
Well, let's face it. He got a 50% rating, and he got one penalty in, and the other one, well, we know what happened. So.
And here's my thing. I'm not a good footballer, as they would say in what we call soccer. I can't say that I know every rule of it, because that would be an unmitigated falsehood. But my thing is, I think they tried this penalty kick every day. I'm sure every one of these guys, after every practice, is standing at this line practicing their penalty kick, just in case they are called upon to do it. So they do this, let's say 200 times a year, times 10, which is 2,000 times a year, if not more, maybe 5,000 times a year they practice it. And when they finally get a chance to do it on the world stage, how do you miss? This should be like so ingrained to you that you could do it with your freaking eyes closed.
Well, I guess you'd say the same thing about basketball, wouldn't you? You'd say, here's a free throw. Not three, but free.
Free throw.
No, there are two.
Yeah, or maybe two. They have to get two sometimes.
And you can cock it up when you're getting paid $50 million. So the footballers who are getting paid 50 million. I mean, Ronaldo is now getting 211 million a year, I think.
And that's not enough for him. He needs more. I mean, they're shortchanging that guy. That's a 500 mil guy if I've ever seen.
He's done with great. If you're off to Saudi, so the Saudi game will supposedly come around because the corrupt old FIFA is plowing money wherever they get money or receiving money.
That's all speculation. That's speculation.
Well, who the hell put the World Cup in Qatar? In the middle of winter. It's never been in winter before. It's never. Who's taking money to go there? And now Ronaldo is going to an Arabian country, perhaps. And so there'll be more of an emphasis of Arabian football. So there's a lot of Saudi, royals who own football teams. They own football teams. They'll own all sorts of things. So bit by bit.
I have a feeling I can forget about any type of Middle East sponsorship from here on out.
I think you can get it.
I think you pretty much sealed that for me. That when they hear this thing, they're not going to say, "Hey,
you can cut that bit out. Just cut that bit out. You should be fighting for your Middle Eastern sponsorship right now. Come on."
I think that's off the window now. I think it's completely gone.
England.
We're bringing it home, people. We're bringing it home.
We're coming home.
Oh yeah,
now we're all coming home. England's coming home.
And Christmas time, we're all coming home for Christmas.
They're not bringing anything with them. They're just coming home.
But they're not coming home. They're coming home drunk, though.
Well, that's the thing, See, you go to a country where you have to respect. You have to have a lot of respect for that country, and for the way that they do things. And the respect you have is you can't have any alcohol, and you're not drinking. Therefore, you don't get rowdy. Therefore, you don't get behind the team. So if you don't get behind the team, you just don't have enough alcohol. So, and some might say, we've learned our lesson.
I think they did all right. I think England, I think they should have beat. I know they should have beat France, but
easily. It's
easily.
But and that's the game tomorrow. I would think the French are the favourite. And I don't know why, but I would think they are, and I think that the fairy tale would be that Messi would win the World Cup. So it may go into overtime, it may go into penalties, maybe go into whatever it goes into. But the game is the game, and it's an odd one. If you get a crappy referee, it's
I predict that France will win 3-0.
Well, you may be right. Who knows? But my team in England, the goalkeeper for Argentina is brilliant, and he plays for my team in England. So let's go Argentina. I never thought I'd say that.
I think the lines are drawn between Argentina and France.
See you mañana then. I'm off.
We will see what happens tomorrow. Mañana.
And I'll leave that with the fans.
That's it. All right.